Jo was ill in the night. In the morning she had a temperature, and her dad said she would have to stay indoors. She wanted her mum to stay at home too, but she had to go to work. "Never mind, Jo, keep an eye out for me tonight and I'll bring you a surprise to make you feel better." So Jo waved goodbye to her mum from the window until she turned the corner of the street. Jo felt tired, so she had a sleep. When she woke up, she heard feet coming up the street. Was it her mum coming home with her surprise? She looked out of the window. But it was only Jo's friend, the postman. He waved, but he didn't have any letters for Jo's flat today. Jo looked at some books. After a while, she heard feet coming up the street again with a clinking, clanking sound. Was that her mum coming home with her surprise? She looked out of the window, but it was only her friend, the milkman. "Hello, Jo," he called, and left some milk outside their door. Jo's dad brought her lunch on a tray. When she'd finished, she heard some more feet coming up the street. Was it her mum coming home with her surprise? She looked out of the window. But it was only her friend Mrs. Allie who lived next door. "I've brought you some comics," said Mrs. Allie, and came in to see her. Jo looked at the comics and then she heard some barking in the street. Was it Jo's mum coming home with a surprise that barked? She looked out of the window, but it was only Patch, Mrs. Allie's dog, chasing a cat across the road. Jo felt tired, so she had another sleep. She dreamed about all the things her mum might bring her as a surprise. Then she dreamed that she could hear feet in the street again and woke up. Was it her mum coming home with her surprise? She looked out of the window, but it was only her friend, the window cleaner. The window cleaner pressed her face against the glass and made Jo laugh. But soon, Jo was fed up. Her mum would be ages yet, and she'd probably forget all about her surprise anyway. Jo heard some more feet coming up the street. They were coming closer and closer and closer. Was it Jo's mum coming home with her surprise? Jo looked out of the window. Yes, it was! She ran down the hall and opened the door for her mum. "Here you are, Jo. Here's a present to make you feel better." Jo opened the box, and can you guess what was inside it? That's right. The present she'd always wanted.